was almost 7:30. She slept nearly 4 hours.
4 hours?
Are you gonna get up?
You go.
I took the last feed. And I've got to go back to work today.
Lucky you.
I know. Let's put Daddy's work things away. Alrighty. Go on then, we'll get you changed and we'll get your mummy out of bed, yes?
Matt actually said to call me on the mobile about his patient list. Why isn't anyone answering the phones?
New rule, we don't switch off the answer machine until 8:30, otherwise we keep getting interrupted.
Fair enough.
Which reminds me, Mac won't be in today, he's got a stomach bug.
Oh, we've got Helen away as well.
Can we cope?
Well, as long as we don't make any new appointments for this morning, we should be able to split the patients between you and Steve.
Oh, I'll sort that out.
Thanks.
Who's covering Helen's antenatal clinic this afternoon?
I'll do it, I don't mind.
I thought you didn't like babies.
Well, the clinic needs doing. It's okay.
Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Me?
Well, you've seemed a bit under the weather lately.
I'm fine.
Let's hope Mac's bug isn't catching. We don't want the whole surgery coming down with it, do we?
Oh, I wouldn't mind getting it. I could do with losing a couple of pounds.
Oh, wise up, Joe.
You could do with putting a couple of pounds on.
Joking, ain't ya?
Do you want to lose 10 pounds of ugly fat?
Oh, definitely.
Then chop off your head.
Just for that, I think I'll pass the lovely Miss Morris on to you. I'm sure she'll appreciate your sense of humour.
Debbie, sweetheart, you're gonna have to get up. I've got to go to work.
Okay.
I've been off nearly 2 weeks and the office doesn't run itself.
Did when you went on that golfing holiday?
Look, Jessica's fed and I've changed her. I've put her back in her cot. She'll be asleep for a couple of hours.
So why do I need to get up?
Because you can't lie in bed all day. Come on, the doctor's supposed to be coming this morning.
5 minutes.
No, I know what you're like. Now, come on, I want to see you up before I go.
What are you doing?
We're waiting for the phones to ring.
Any second now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da!
Spooky.
Hello, surgery.
Oh, hello. I wanted to make inquiries about having a pregnancy test.
Oh, right, yes, we can organise that for you. What's your name?
Marina Taylor.
Okay, Marina. And when do you want it done?
As soon as possible.
Right, well, ideally you'd have to bring in an early morning sample, but the practice nurse will be able to do it for you straight away.
How long will it take?
Just a few minutes.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
There you go. Coffee.
Thanks.
Now, I've made you up 3 more bottles. That really should do you until I get back. Okay?
3?
Yeah, she's getting much better at feeding, much faster. Hey, listen. Jessica's gonna be fine. The consultant said after the operation she'll be as good as new, and in a few months we'll be like any normal family.
Will we?
Look, I've got to go. Look, phone me if you need me, and the doctor will be here sometime this morning, okay?
Okay.
Good girl.
Here's the rest of your notes.
Oh, thank you.
Pity about the Hedges baby, isn't it?
What is it?
Well, apparently born with a cleft lip. Nothing too severe, but it must have been a bit of a shock all the same.
Oh, what a shame. Mind you, it's not a problem these days. Ah, the baby's in good hands. Rick Passmore. He's a very good plastic surgeon.
Wonder how Mrs. Hedges is taking it.
Well, I'll see soon.
Just always struck me as a bit highly strung.
Yeah, her husband's very supportive, though.
Oh, Joe's got her eye on him.
It's nothing to do with the big flash car, is it?
I think we'll have to find Joe a boyfriend. Can't have her lusting after the married patients, now can we?
Right. I'm off. Hello, Debbie. I'm Dr. Powers, remember?
I remember.
How are you?
How do you think?
How's little Jessica?
Why didn't you tell me?
What?
When I came to see you when I first found out I was pregnant, I told you I was drunk when I conceived. Don't you remember what you said?
Well, I don't remember the details. I have an awful lot of patience.
You said it was nothing to worry about.
Listen, why don't you calm down a minute?
Why didn't you tell me what it could do instead of saying it'd be fine?
Let me come in. We can talk this through.
You should have warned me. I'd have got rid of her if I'd known.
Marina Taylor? Oh. Do you want to come through?
Okay, I'll get into it. Can you hold the line? Mrs. O'Keefe, do you want to go through? Sorry about that.
Hundreds of babies are born every year with a cleft lip, for hundreds of reasons. I think it's pretty unlikely that one drinking session would have caused it. What did the consultant say?
He said he couldn't tell what caused it.
Well, there you go. And anyway, Jessica's going to be fine. Rick Passmore's one of the country's best plastic surgeons. You know, you probably won't even be able to tell.
I can't help wondering if they'll find something else wrong.
They'll have run a full check and they'll keep a close eye on her. Look, there's no point feeling guilty. It's not going to do you or Jessica any good. Try and be positive. How are you managing otherwise?
I don't feel as if I can cope at all.
Well, you're not the only one. Most people I know who've got their first baby don't know what's hit them. Your hormones are all over the place for a start, and with the trauma of everything else, it's no wonder you feel like you can't cope. And you're up and down all night.
I feel so tired all the time.
Yeah, well, you should try and get some sleep while the baby's sleeping.
Adam makes me get up. He says I shouldn't lie around in bed all day.
Is there no one else who can give you a hand? Parents, in-laws?
Mum and Dad live miles away. And Adam's mum, she just makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing.
Debbie, it's going to be a tough couple of months, especially with the operation. Maybe you should think about getting help for the baby.
It's positive. Is that good news?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Oh. Look, it's always a bit of a shock when you find out for the first time.
Why don't you ask him for a nanny or an au pair, just till you get your strength back? You could try and get out a bit, and things wouldn't seem so overwhelming.
I don't think he'd like it.
Why not? It's not like he can't afford it.
Adam's very old-fashioned. He thinks a baby should be looked after by its own mother.
Well, that's all right if the mother's up to it. And I think it would be for your own good, and Jessica's. She's awake. Come on, let's get her fed, changed and back to bed, and then you can have some rest.
We've only been trying a month, me and my husband. I thought it was going to take ages. I didn't expect to catch straight away. The thing is...
Go on.
It was my mate's hen night a couple of weeks ago. We all went into town and we all had a few. Well, a lot. I'd never have drunk that much if I'd known I was pregnant. Now I'm really worried I might have hurt the baby.
Look, if you're that concerned, why don't we make an appointment for you to see the doctor? There's an antenatal clinic this afternoon. Shall I book you in to see Dr. Powers?
Right, now, I want you to get some sleep yourself. And when your husband gets back, I want you to try and have a chat with him about getting some help.
Okay.
That's the trouble with men. They don't realise they have the easy option, going back to work.
I know.
Go on, off to bed. I'll let myself out and I'll call tomorrow, see if everything's all right. Bye.
Hi, how is she?
Thriving. She seems to be feeding well.
Ah, not the baby, I meant Debbie.
Can we have a chat inside?
Where is she?
I sent her up to bed. She's exhausted, which isn't surprising after what she's been through.
Yes, she doesn't seem to be coping at all.
I think we need to talk about getting her some help.
Well, I've been doing my best. I've been doing all the night feeds for her, but I've got to go back to work. And I can't run 6 offices on no sleep.
No.
This is the first day I've left her, and I've done nothing but worry all morning. Now, Jessica's going to be all right. I know that. She's got the best consultant. I made sure of that. But Debbie doesn't seem to be able to handle it at all. It's as though she blames herself.
Actually, I think she does.
But why?
Well, she seems to have got it into her head it's because she had a few drinks before she realised she was pregnant.
What?
I told her it was unlikely. A cleft lip has hundreds of causes.
What do you mean? A few drinks? When we decided to start a family, Debbie promised she'd stop drinking, and I really thought she had.
She drank?
Yeah, she was the life and soul of the party. That's why I noticed her. But I thought it was just a social thing. I thought I could change her. I gave her everything she wanted, but I still couldn't make her happy.
So, she was an alcoholic?
I suppose she was, yes. Then I hit on the answer. I suggested starting a family. Debbie seemed to like the idea, and she promised she'd stop drinking. Well, I was so relieved. I thought she'd finally found a reason to get herself together at last. But she had me fooled.
And she hadn't stopped at all?
She must have carried on drinking in secret. And I didn't realise. But you should have. You're supposed to be a professional, aren't you? She came to you worried about her drinking.
She came to me worried about one binge. There's a difference.
Surely you must have seen past that.
No.
You must know that drinkers are liars. They'd only give you part of the story.
I didn't know your wife had a drink problem.
But you're paid to see beyond that, aren't you?
Well, I'm flattered that you think I'm so prescient, but no. We tend to diagnose on what we're told.
So because you couldn't be bothered, my daughter's been damaged.
You're upset, and this is pointless.
But you should have picked up on it.
If anyone should have noticed your wife was still drinking, it's you. I saw her for 10 minutes 9 months ago.
But she told you she was drinking. Don't you know a cry for help when you hear one? I think you ought to know that if there's anything else wrong with my daughter, I hold you personally responsible.
Fine.
You know what makes me sick? People accuse estate agents of being rip-off merchants, but you're nothing but a fraud.
I think I'd better go.
I think you better had.
thank goodness you're here. Can I send your first one in?
Let me draw a breath, will you? Oh, for heaven's sake, Joe, how many times do I have to tell you? It's spelt A-N-T-E, not I. You make us look like total prats. Right, send the first one in, will you?
Into the dragon's den. Marina Taylor, would you like to go through?
Rana, did Caroline go to the pub with you and Steve?
Excuse me, I'll have you know I've just been to the gym. Why?
Don't matter.
Up to your old tricks again, eh, Debbie? Get up.
There's been a lot of research on the effects of alcohol on an unborn child, and there's no cut and dry answer. It depends on a lot of things. The amount you drink, the stage of development. The bottom line is, if you're pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant, the safest level is none at all, if you want peace of mind.
What are you saying?
That I can't guarantee that your baby will be fine.
How much?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How much did you drink while you were pregnant?
I didn't.
Don't try and deny it. We've got the evidence lying in the next room.
No, the doctor said there could be any reason.
Why can't you just admit it?
I'm sorry!
Did you never think about what you might be doing to her? I should never have trusted you. Why? Why did you do it, Debbie?
Because I never wanted the baby in the first place!
Hello? Are you okay in there? Oh, what's the matter?
The baby, I don't know what to do.
Oh, come on. Come out of there. Let's go to the staff room and get you a drink. Oh.
As soon as we got married, you treated me like some sort of possession.
I gave you everything. The house, the car, all the money you needed.
Everything. You never gave me any time. I just felt like your latest designer toy. I felt like I had to sit around and look nice in case you turned up.
What?
I never felt I was good enough for you. You wanted me to be something I wasn't.
No, I didn't. I only ever wanted you to be happy. Why didn't you tell me that you felt like this? Why did you go and get pregnant if you didn't want to have a baby?
I thought that was what you expected of me. All this in return for the child you've always wanted. I thought that was the deal.
A deal? I thought it was what you wanted. I thought it would make you happy.
No.
I'd never have had a drink if I'd known. Oh, well, I'm sure it'll be all right.
What am I going to do?
Dunno.
Sorry, didn't realise.
No, Rana, you might be able to help.
What's the matter?
She's really worried. She went on a hen night and she just found out that she's pregnant.
And?
Well, she had a skinful and she's worried about the baby. Doctor said it can cause all sorts of defects.
Which doctor?
Caroline.
Okay. Let's start at the beginning, shall we?
Well, now I know. Sorry. I thought you wanted a family.
No.
You should have told me.
You were never here. You were always at work, at meetings and dinner.
So instead you carried on drinking? I'm such a fool. All that time I spent reassuring you, telling you that everything's going to be all right because I really thought that it was. It's no wonder you didn't want to look at Jessica. You're too frightened of what else you might have done to her.
She's going to be all right, I know she is.
If I hadn't come back here today, if I hadn't seen that doctor, I would never have known about any of this. I'd have trusted you with her. And that's all our daughter needs, isn't it? A drunk looking after her.
Adam, please. I can stop. I know I can.
It's a bit late, isn't it? You should have stopped 9 months ago.
If I had a penny for every pregnant woman that's come to me worried because she's been out on a bender, I'd be a rich man. And all of those women have given birth to perfectly healthy babies.
So it's going to be all right?
Well, I can't guarantee that, but I couldn't guarantee it if you'd never touched a drop in your life. All I'm saying is, don't do anything you might regret.
I'm going to worry for the next 9 months.
Well, the time to worry is if you have a bottle of whiskey a day, not 3 pina coladas on a hen night.
I'm sick.
Well, I'm not surprised. Have you seen what they put in them?
Do you feel better now? Think so.
Look, Joe, can I leave you to it? Yeah. I just need to have a word with Caroline.
Adam, please, let's talk about this.
Well, I've said all I want to say.
You can't leave.
I'm not. You are.
I just gave her the facts.
There are ways of doing it.
Listen, I don't question the way you deal with your patients.
She was hysterical, Caroline!
It's not my fault she went for a booze up with her mates. What's the point in giving her false reassurances? If there is something wrong with that baby, she's just going to throw it back at me in 9 months' time. If people want the facts, then that's what they're going to get.
She had 3 pina coladas. That hardly warrants a lecture in fetal alcohol syndrome.
What?
Didn't you bother to ask?
Well, she said she was on a hen night. I just assumed that...
You just thought you put the fear of God in her for no reason. Haven't you got any judgment?
No, I don't think I have any more.
Are you okay? Have you been drinking?
No.
You have, haven't you?
Look, I just had a glass of wine at lunchtime. There's no problem with that. You and Steve go to the pub sometimes.
Yeah, but there's a world of difference between that and drinking on your own.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm just trying to help. No, there's something wrong, isn't there? What is it?
You can't just throw me out.
Oh, you watch me.
Adam, please, I'll stop, I promise.
I'm sorry, Debbie, but it's too late. You had the best reason in the world to give up and you couldn't do it. I'm not taking that risk again.
What am I supposed to do?
Go and have a few drinks somewhere. You don't have to do it in secret anymore. That should make you happy, even if I couldn't.
I'm taking Caroline home. I think she's got Max bug.
What about this lot?
Tell them to make another appointment.
I feel like I keep screwing up. That's 3 people I've misjudged today.
You're overreacting.
No, it matters, Ron. I'm a doctor. I'm supposed to save lives, not ruin them.
Are you going to let one mistake undermine your confidence?
Adam Hedges was right to say what he said. If I'd have been a better doctor...
What, if you had a crystal ball, you mean?
No, I should have seen the signs.
That's the whole point. There were no signs to see.
And what about Marina? What if she'd have had an abortion?
Well, she didn't.
Yeah, but what if she had? Maybe I should just jack it in.
Well, if that's how you feel, maybe you should. Hand your notice into Mac.
What?
Get yourself a job as a rep in one of those drug companies. Nice commission, company car, no responsibility.
Do you really think I should?
You know, for an intelligent woman, Caroline, sometimes you can be really thick. Don't let him win.
Who?
Your soon-to-be ex. Eddie.
What do you mean?
Ever since he's been back, you've been doubting yourself. You got rid of him once before, you can do it again. He doesn't control you anymore.
See? That's what makes you a good doctor and why I never will be. Because you understand people.
I don't understand you, Caroline. You always come across as so self-assured.
Maybe I should have been an actress.
You're a good doctor, Caroline.
One who makes mistakes.
I make mistakes. The only difference is I don't beat myself up over it. I learn from them. So, are you going to let Eddie win? Are you going to let him just sit there and go, I told you so? Or are you going to prove him wrong? Because it's up to you. I better get back for evening surgery. Otherwise it'll be like the Mary Celeste.
Do you think that Jo would have noticed that I was...
I'll make sure she didn't.
Thanks, Rana.
I'm not covering for you again. I can't.
There won't be a next time.
Good.